Well, she's like warts. She can't get rid of her. When she gets nervous, she has the little cackle and the cringy laugh. The message here coming out of the Democrat camp is completely hypothetical. Like, they're 2 elections away from strapping Karl Marx to a defibrillator, waking him up and running him.
Joining me now from Washington, D.C. is Luke Ball, a Republican strategist, president of Compass Strategies. Good evening, Luke. She's back. Kamala Harris. 107 Days, the book's called, a whiny, pretty self-justifying attempt at rewriting the disastrous campaign that we saw last year and her doomed bid for the White House. How's it landing?
Well, she's like warts. She can't get rid of her. I would pay $107 not to have this pop up on my television screen over the next couple of weeks as she's doing her book tour. But it's honestly a blame game. She goes down a list in the book, allegedly. I haven't had a chance to read it, but I'm hearing that she's saying she didn't pick this person from the Democrat Party, and it was for this reason. She didn't pick this person or that person. She's like systematically going through and undermining every potential future presidential candidate that might run for office and completely delegitimizing the party, in my opinion. We really didn't need this sort of thing. The coping and the therapy session that we now get to enjoy as a whole, we don't need that right now. So I really thought that at this point, that at the time Kamala Harris is releasing her book and kind of looking back on how the Democrat Party and the primary election, which didn't happen, but the general election played out, we would have some sense of guidance and direction from the Democrats on what their game plan is. But the reason this is getting so much oxygen right now is they don't have a game plan. They don't have a leader. This is the de facto leader. I mean, there's no additional game plan for policy. There's no plan for who's going to succeed her. So now all the eyes are on her, and it's just kind of a tour of failure. So let's kind of see how it pans out and decide if the Democrat Party is going to continue down this road or find somebody else to have as their leader.
Political parties that take out sitting leaders, like they did with Joe Biden, like they did with Boris Johnson, like they did with Margaret Thatcher in the UK, take a very, very long time to come together. Look, correct me if I'm wrong, but from where I'm sitting, it doesn't look like the Democrats are even on the pitch. It seems to me like they're still kind of punch drunk. They're still reeling from the explosion with their sort of fingers in their ears. Does Kamala Harris seriously think that things are so bad, though, that she's got another shot at being the candidate in 28. She's ruled out running for governor of California, but she's not denying, or she's not even debating or discussing the prospect of 28. Am I going crazy? Surely that is insane.
No, she's not turned it loose. She's ruled out her consolation prize of governor of California. I think she could have easily maybe had a little bit of an uphill battle against some primary guy in the primary election, but she could have had that lock, stock, and barrel. Then she would have won easily in the general election. She doesn't want that. So either she's going to go out there and continue this media tour in some way, or she's going to turn for another higher office. The problem is with Kamala, she just doesn't have that sort of magnitude that plays well in the airwaves. You see, when she gets nervous, she has the little cackle and the cringy laugh, and that just doesn't play well for television audience or podcast audiences, which is why I'm so entertained in one form with this book tour and so revolted on the other side of things. So maybe she does think that she has a shot, and you know what? Go for it. Run for president one more time. Where do I go and write that first check to see her go on the ballot one more time? I will also say this too. There's people within the Democrat Party that I've even praised for trying to have dialogue with folks on the right and conservatives. People like Gavin Newsom a few weeks ago started this podcast. Yeah, exactly. Started the conversation, and his own party derided him so much for it. I haven't seen much more dialogue coming out of the Gavin Newsom camp in a very long time. In fact, I've just seen mockery against the current head of the Republican Party. So if the message coming from the base of the Democrats is that dialogue with Republicans is dialogue with the enemy, don't think that's going to play very well in a nation that overwhelmingly voted for this president to be sitting in the Oval Office right now.
Let's have a little look at Kamala's media tour and her sort of attempts to explain why she chose Tampon Tim as her vice president.
To say that he couldn't be on the ticket effectively because he was gay is hard to hear.
No, that's not what I said in one of the most hotly contested elections for president of the United States against someone like Donald Trump who knows no floor. To be a black woman running for president of the United States and as a vice presidential running mate, a gay man, with the stakes being so high, it made me very sad, but I also realized it would be a real risk.
So Harris there talking about Pete Buttigieg, the potential VP selection, who is a gay man, openly gay cabinet minister in the previous administration. What's she saying there? That basically Americans are homophobic?
Equal opportunity for all and elevating minorities only when it is opportune for political expediency. That's what Kamala Harris is telling us. It's not let's go and find these people who are minorities and lift them up, or try and go and find people who are stars of the Democrat Party and present them, but rather what's my best path to victory? And if it means crawling over other people, like the message here coming out of the Democrat camp is completely hypothetical. Like, as a political strategist, I want the best candidate to win that I am working for, and I will select individuals or policies or things.
Well, that's
that
kind of
will
what she's
align with
saying,
their
though, isn't it?
constituency.
She's saying, look,
Well,
it's a matter of political capital on the ledger, and she's saying...
Exactly, but that is contradictory to what the Democrats have been telling us for decades. The Democrats' own internal messaging has been to go and find these folks and elevate them, but now she's coming out and blatantly saying, that's false. I was just trying to find the person that could win an election. That's why I'm saying general political strategy would lead you to think you go and find the best person. That's not Tim Walz. That's not him. And so the
Arguably not
Democrats'
Kamala
own internal
Harris.
messaging... Yeah, in reality, it just was completely devolved.
As a final thought, Luke, look, Kamala Harris has backed Mendami in New York, a hard-left candidate. You know, is that the direction of travel the Democrats are going in? It often happens when, parties lose, they shift to their ideological extremes. Are we about to watch the fireworks of a socialist takeover of the DNC?
Well, I guarantee you, Chuck Schumer's not going to go out there and rile up the base, and they're suddenly going to wholeheartedly fall in line behind him. So Mamdani is the future of the Democrat Party unless people start speaking out against him, because their silence is complicity right now. Like, they're 2 elections away from strapping Karl Marx to a defibrillator, waking him up and running him at the top of the ballot.
On that note,
this
I gotta
is
let you
the
go.
direction they're going.
We've got to go.